Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion, Stephen Michael is here. Helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
I see you.
You see me?
I see you. I see you.
I'm just jamming, man.
You're jamming.
I'm just jamming. Uh-oh. Secret boss has appeared. Stephen the artist. The artist formerly known as Stephen Michael. Or
you know, I was watching something that Dave Chappelle was saying, and he was talking about Prince and, I was watching something, and he was talking about, it was Dave Chappelle, and he was talking about Prince and how he changed his name or how he would use his name, and he would call himself the artist formerly known as Prince. And he was talking about like Comedy Central and how he was flogging them publicly. And he told this story, and he basically was like, when you sign these contracts as you're young, you don't really understand, like, they own your name. Mm-hmm. They own the rights to you. And you can't use certain things without them then getting a piece of their money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So then he changed the way that he would say his name. I don't know if he changed his actual name, to the artist formerly known as Prince, because he was no longer able to use Prince as his name.
Yeah, and that's why he also just did the symbol, like as his name.
Is that what he is?
Just the symbol, like
it's crazy.
That's wild.
But that's the beauty of a genius. You could try to box him, but you can only hope to contain him.
And that's why he was always anti-establishment or anything that's trying to keep people enslaved within a contract or whatever, He just created music and put it out,
Yeah. Prince, I mean, listen, I love geniuses, man. I really do. Like, maybe one day people call me a genius. I don't know. But, like, you never know. Because, like, Kanye, you know what I'm saying? Like, when did Kanye...
Why are we laughing at him like that?
Like, I know, right? It's like, always the ones closer to you,
right?
When did Kanye become a genius? When everybody else started calling him a genius. Like,
I mean, he started calling himself a genius.
When did he become a genius?
When do you become a genius?
It's when other people recognize you're a genius. You could say you're a genius all day long, self-proclaimed, but it's when other people recognize it that you become a genius.
So, do you think you're a genius?
Yeah. I do.
All right.
I don't run around talking about it. Not a genius in like, any other way besides the way I can be a genius. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, when I take an idea or a product or something and I, sage it a little bit.
Sage it?
That's genius.
Hey, man, introduce us.
Huh?
Introduce us.
Hey, don't tell me what to do. I got a problem with authority, man.
We still dealing with this.
Hey, man. Hey, it's deep to the roots. This is the application.
Do it with some energy.
This is the application of knowledge podcast. Mm-hmm. I am. What?
Wow.
This is Chris James, Stephen Michael, and we're going to give you an audio adventure.
An audio adventure?
An audio adventure with visuals. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Follow if you like it.
Hit that like button.
Hit that like button. Make sure you follow. Share with your friends. Share with your friends' friends. Share with your baby mamas, your baby daddies, your brothers, your sisters, and people in the caddy.
Oh, wow.
The girls who got the fatties.
Wow.
And girls who ain't got fatties.
Right, man. You know what I'm saying? Little booties matter, man.
I mean, little booties matter. Shout out to Little Boo Gang, Little Booty Gang. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
How's the energy? How's your energy? How's your energy, Christopher James?
What?
Christopher James, how's your energy? How's your energy been this week?
But it was a rough week, man.
Oh,
it was
man, you got a rough energy.
The storm. It was, you know what I'm saying?
It is.
Yeah, but it was a little storm for me. It was a little stormy.
Oh, you care to share or no? You don't have to if you don't want to.
I don't really be getting it.
Okay, I mean, oh yeah, okay, I forgot. Bam. Yeah, a little storm, you know what I mean? But there's precautions and things set up to make sure that we can allocate or to make sure that preventative measures are taken, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your energy's a little chaotic.
No, it's not anymore. I'm good. I'm settled. I'm good. You know me. I like to keep things. I like to allocate energy for times and moments.
Yeah.
So as soon as I'm able to fully express that moment, I'm out of it. We're good. So I'm fine now. I mean, it just was a long week. That situation just added to it, and on top of everything I'm already got going on. Yeah. But I did get a chance to work on a project which you're familiar with, that we've been working on for a while, and that made me very happy. I'm very excited about what we're going to be putting out.
Hey, looking forward to it. Stephen Michael, how's your energy, homie? How you feeling? Is it good energy? Because I don't want to take it if it's good. If it's not good. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you want to take my good energy and leave you with the bad?
Nah, I just want a little something, man. You know what I mean?
You got enough to
yeah, you got enough. You got enough.
What you trying to say? Why are you looking me up and down like that?
I'm saying you got enough. I don't know, man. Actually, you know what? First, how's your energy?
But I'm about to say, maybe I don't have enough.
I know, exactly. That's what I said. How's your energy, Stephen?
I am in the process of restabilizing.
Oh, snap. That's why as soon as I touched you, I was like, oh, hold on. I was like,
So you got to be careful what you're taking.
Hold on, it's like Rogue, man.
No, you know what? It's not bad.
Not bad.
I have put out a lot this week in particular. So, I do, I'm a wellness coach, so I put out a lot of energy, and I seem to have picked up a lot of people who are requiring a lot of my attention.
Right.
And it's been very draining. Mm-hmm. So I've been in the process of working on finding balance, and I had to kind of close my schedule off a little earlier than I normally do in a month. Because it was becoming a lot. So I am in the process, and it's caused me to become unbalanced in myself and some of the things that I'm doing. So part of that is just finding my own balance and rebalancing. So
you're a little drained in a sense.
That's a good way to explain it, but my energy isn't.
You're not in a negative.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not negative.
It's not a negative state. It's just
no. I'm just
exhausted resources.
I'm exhausted resources. So even for example, when today was my day to kind of like do nothing, and then because somebody else had other things happening, I had to work with somebody today that I don't normally work with. And today's usually my day to kind of recover. Yeah. So
that's rough.
Even on my one day, it's like So, but yeah. Other than that, man, I'm good, man.
That's
I'm
good, man.
How about you?
Me?
Yeah,
man. I'm feeling fantastic.
Yeah, you did something yesterday, man. Didn't you? You had some good times.
I always have good times.
Well, tell us about what you did.
I woke up.
That's good.
That's always a good thing.
That's always a good thing. What else?
Went to the gym.
Okay, you got your flex on.
Got some gains in. Went to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I came home, watched some anime.
Okay.
This is anime.
Love that.
Oh, this is anime you should check out.
New anime?
It's called Spy Family.
I've seen
Spy
it.
X Family. Mm-hmm. It's a good combination of comedy, action, and like the characters are so interesting. Like the dynamics of the family. It's so dope. It's only 3 episodes in, but it's really good.
Okay. I'm gonna let it breathe for a while.
I mean, they have manga, obviously.
It's probably gonna be like one of them 30 show episodes.
Probably less. It'll probably be like a 24 episode. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, did that, and then I went to an EDM festival.
Mm-hmm. What's EDM? It sounds
electronic dance music.
Oh, okay.
And
thought it was one of them fetish.
Like a BT. Yeah, you know what? I can see that though, because there's I mean, it's not outside of the realm of that.
It's not S&M.
Yeah, S&M.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what EDM
S&M, EDM, ASMR,
BDSM.
ASMR is that with the when they do those little sound effects.
It's not about sound effects. It's really kind of like. So I'm going to take your fingers and slowly just... You know what I mean? It's a way that you talk.
But also people, they do like, because I stumbled upon it one time on Twitch, and some girl, they have a microphone that's specific for that, and they even have like items that you use to create a better inflection of the sound. And I'm just like, okay, but I was not aware of that. This is something that people like to do.
Really?
It's a thing.
It's a very popular
I was not
thing.
aware of it. I'm just like, what is this?
Well, think about when I did that talk on coping mechanisms and sensory, right? I mean, some people will experience things differently. So to sit and like some people can listen to raindrops, at night.
Raindrops.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Prince, Purple Rain. People like that. That calms them. That it's sensory.
It's Purple Rain outside.
And then for other people, it's just like, no, I need it to be dark and absolute quiet. When you sleep or whatever. So, I mean,
how do you sleep? Can y'all sleep in noise, or do y'all need like complete silence?
I can sleep in anything.
I can sleep in anything, but I prefer silence and no lights.
Yeah, no lights for me.
I mean, I think that my preference, that would be my preference. Like
no noise?
Yeah, just it's dark, there's no light, if that is I think that's my preference because I get a deeper sleep. Contrast, I will fall asleep if I have a light on or if I have my LEDs on or something. I will fall asleep. It just
I can't.
I have to be dead tired.
Like I can do like little lights, like a stereo light or power light that shows like an icon of something being on.
Wow,
but if
that's
it's like super bright lights, it's distracting for me. Like
okay.
I need, because I'll either put the covers over my head in the situation, That's why it's probably a good idea.
So how does that work if you were dating somebody and they let's say they need a nightlight or let's say they need a fan on where it makes noise.
I like to sleep with a fan on.
Okay, do you like it for the noise or the cold? Is it the white noise?
Sometimes it's both. Because sometimes if it's too quiet, I'll just start thinking I'll get in my thoughts and I'll just start thinking.
Go to a different dimension.
Yeah, I'll start thinking about different things and then I won't be able to focus on sleep. But if I hear that sound of a fan or something, it just creates I don't know why it does that for me, but it makes me feel easy. Maybe because I've also always grown up with a fan in the window. And, and that's just plus I like a little breeze. I don't like to sleep hot. If I'm hot in any capacity.
Okay. So that's sound. That's sound. What about sight? So like there are people I know women who like I need to have a TV on. Like they don't like sleeping in the dark, and it's not because they're afraid of the dark. They like to fall asleep with a show on, or they'll put on Netflix
TV,
specifically just to fall asleep.
Nah, I can't.
Isn't that a sign of trauma?
Right.
Bro?
But we can go there. But what if you are with somebody or you're dating somebody who needs that? So you need to be in at least no light. And she's like, I need to fall asleep with the TV on.
Then we have to sleep in separate rooms.
That makes sense.
We have to sleep in
What
separate rooms.
What if you guys are just starting to date and you guys are spending the night and she's coming over to spend the night?
I'm not. If she's coming in my vicinity, I'm not sleeping with.
She's gonna have to deal with it.
I'm not.
It's the same way you go to her house. You might deal with something that is because it's her house,
right?
So that's.
Do you think that would be a? I feel like a deal breaker is a really strong word for that.
It's not necessarily a deal breaker. It's just you have to be reasonable. Like we're different. Obviously, we're different.
Right, yeah,
because I was in a relationship with someone who didn't want to sleep with the fan on, and I'm hot. I'm not doing it because of the noise. I'm doing it because I'm hot, and you won't turn the AC on because it makes so much noise.
Right.
But you won't turn the fan on because it's making noise. But I'm hot, but you're comfortable, bruh.
You seem.
I
got hyped up about this
because I had to deal with this.
Yeah, look.
I had to deal with this.
Keep that energy to yourself.
No, I'm expressing it.
Yeah, you can just shoot it into the air. Don't shoot it over here.
No, because like being in a situation where you want to be with this person, you want to sleep, obviously,
you want to sleep.
But okay, check out, and they're trying to grab you while you're sleeping, and I'm just
because they want to get all up on you. And it's like, nah, I'm already hot.
I'm hot. Like I'm hot. You won't do anything to solve it. I try to turn on the fan. You throw a little hissy fit, and now you want to cuddle, but you won't turn on the AC. Like, there's nothing I can do in this situation to win, so I have comfort.
Yeah.
Right.
It's zero comfort in that.
So in the short term, that's like, okay, but what, so long term, in a long-term relationship, how does that work?
I would sleep in a different room. I would have my own little room.
What if she has a one-bedroom studio?
It's not happening. One bedroom in
Studio. So it's just all one space.
I will not put myself in a situation. There's times I was like, look, this is what it's going to have to be tonight, or I'm just going home.
So that is a kind of a deal breaker, though.
No, it's not.
It's not necessarily
No, it's not.
There's a reason.
Because there's a compromise to be had. See, deal breakers are you smoke cigarettes. This person doesn't like cigarettes.
What if she
you're
what
not?
if she doesn't smoke around you?
You're not. You don't. The compromise would be she can't perceive that you smoke at all. Right? So if you completely hide it 100% for your entire life, then sure. But let's be honest.
Yeah.
So there's no compromise there. What Mel is talking about, there's plenty of options for compromise.
Yeah.
Because people sleep in different temperatures and noise and lights and so who says this is the reason why my outlook on marriage is so different.
Me personally, right, in particular instance, it doesn't bother me either way. I can sleep either way. So it doesn't really bother me. I've never had to deal with it. So I'm asking. Because I don't know.
It bothers me. If it's too cold.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
If it's too cold, you're wilding. I just like it to be cold and I like to get underneath the covers.
Bro.
That doesn't make sense to me.
People have their temperature at 62 degrees.
No.
I'm just
that's
like,
too cold. That's
why
too
is it so
Yes.
cold?
That's too cold.
60 degrees, whatever, as low as it goes, and then bundled up in a cover. Why?
No, that's too cold.
That's insane.
I don't understand it. Like, whatever temperature you are when you're under the cover, why don't we just make that the temperature?
Well, I think that kind of goes back to, coping. Like, people like to feel comfort.
I don't mind
it's a
being
level of comfort.
like a little chilly.
Yeah.
And if I have covers, perfect.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I don't want to be like everything is just frozen and I'm getting up like, yo, nigga, can you turn the heat on? I don't want to be anything like that. But I like to be under covers, even when it's a little hot. I like to be under covers.
We're all conditioned that way, right? We get under cover. I like to be under
That's
cover.
why you do one leg under the cover, one leg out of the cover, right? It creates
that
contrast.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I wasn't sure because I've never been in that situation. So
Yeah, I have. I mean, I've been in that a lot, or past recently. So yeah, I have firsthand experience with that.
Recent firsthand.
Yeah,
we can tell you were very.
That's an open
Well,
wound.
I mean,
right.
months.
You can tell.
Months, but it's just firsthand
months is
experience. So how do you? Okay, but how do you release? Pause. But I mean, what I'm saying is like. You said you had a draining week or so.
Okay.
And you also had a week that was not, the greatest for you, so your energy was kind of off. For my week, I went to that EDM concert.
Yeah.
And when I go to the EDM concerts, it's outside of the realm that I'm normally in.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Focusing on health and studying and focusing on the mind and psychology and working on programs and just doing studying. It's completely outside of the realm of my normal routine.
Yep.
So when I go to these EDM concerts, for me, it's just a complete release to enjoy this moment. Being around people who's enjoying music, everyone's on the, different walks of life, different forms of all shapes and sizes. Everyone's coming together to enjoy one moment. And because the funny thing is, like, I was even talking to some guy, some random dude up there. He was new to like the EDM world. He was like, "Yeah, this community is so welcoming," and because he comes from a different country. He comes from.
Why you keep meeting all these people internationally? You meet a lot of international people.
I mean, because,
just in general, just you in general, you meet a lot of international people.
I don't know. I mean, maybe
It's very interesting.
It's a vibe. You just gotta be open because I meet a lot of international people, but specifically like I meet a lot of like Nigerian women and mainly Nigerian women. I meet a lot of Nigerian
I meet a lot of international
but they are
women.
They are international.
Mainly Nigerian women.
They are international. Are they not?
Just yeah.
I just do. I just come in contact with them.
His name was like Veal or something like that.
Was he Italian?
Nah, he seemed like he has the Arabic descent.
Oh, okay. All right.
Or Arabian. Or,
he brown skin.
He had a little saturation.
He had a little saturation.
He had a little saturation. So.
A little hue.
But when I was talking to him, he was explaining how like there's a lot of discrimination in his country.
Okay.
Because if you have a particular religion or a different background, they set. It's not like how it is in America, or I guess big in America. It's they make it known. It's like a part of their culture. And so he comes to this. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't even be able to have conversations or just meet with someone like you, And
Wow.
that's why he's able to come into the EDM community and just speak with people.
Yeah,
because he's spiritual. He's a very spiritual person. He's a vegan guy. And, it's just, you meet people like that and you get to understand where they come from. Where do you come from? And it's so easy to just communicate with people who don't even want anything from you, but just, are you enjoying yourself? Are you having a good time? And that's what it's all about. So, like, while there may be, I guess, a particular image that the EDM community gets, and I won't say that it's far off because, because just
where there's smoke, there's fire.
Hey, burn, baby, burn. So it's like, it's not the full picture. Like, just like if you've never been to the hood, you would think that everyone from the hood is just savages. As soon as you come in there, you get shot.
Right.
But
Or
when
robbed.
when you're from the hood and you're interacting with these people and you get to know them, you're like, oh, they're just humans.
People.
But
It's only a percentage of people that are really out there doing dirt like that.
Exactly, and that could be painted for even the billionaires or people who make a lot of money. Like, yes, there's people who are very prosperous and are giving and generous. And, but on the other hand, you have the other side of people who's manipulative. They're corrupt and they're doing things that will keep themselves within power and they're looking out for the best interests of themselves. So within any community, there's variety. So within that EDM community, you're able to, and also keep in mind, the music is what I go for. And also the friends and all that. But I'm not in it. No, that's not my vibe. There's some EDM artists who will play that, and I'll be sitting there like, bruh.
Hey man, now hold on a second, man. I be seeing these pictures.
It's all about deep bass. I guarantee if I played some of the songs that I enjoy, like, I know you don't really rock with music like that.
I've listened
anymore.
to you played them for me.
You talking about some of that?
It's heavy, deep, heavy bass.
Like just. Like
deep, not whatever that would know. It's deep, good bass.
Okay, give me an example.
I'm telling you, I can play something.
No, just do what I just did.
Because it's not just bass. It's the instruments that build up with the bass. Some have melodic voices and all that stuff that create that feel, like a soft feel, but a deep rumbling, and you just it's you have to feel it to experience it. Or you have to experience it, or whatever, vice versa. That's why I would welcome you to experience once.
So like,
whatever deep bass is, man. Yeah, sure, fine, cool. It's that, but it's all about because some of it have a lot of hip hop elements. I come from hip hop, and so if it's something that's in that same realm, I'll naturally gravitate towards it.
That makes sense.
So yeah, that's my particular release. And I get enjoyment out of that and just being around my friends and people. Because even when we went to Houston, I enjoyed that. I was just like, man, I enjoy those moments of just having fun with the people that I care about. Like, I realize that I appreciate that so much more now. Like, even a couple weeks ago, we had a little people that I go to the EDM thing with. We didn't go to no EDM concert. We just hung out at Anthony's crib and at the pool. It was like a pool, whatever. And then I didn't get in the pool or anything.
We know you ain't getting in the pool.
Yeah, I ain't swimming. Brothers can't swim. But just being out there, listening to music, eating food, talking, and just having cool interactions, like, those moments are the best. I love those moments. So those are my types of releases. You know what I mean? One type. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, like, when you all are feeling this stress and you all have this, these weeks where your energy is maybe off, how do you get yourself back into realignment? How do you have a release of something that creates a positive energy within yourself?
So mine is actually quite simple, and it'll make sense because I do this. That's one thing that I do.
Let him answer.
But I mean, yes, that is one thing that I do. But for the most part, what I heard you say is an escape. So doing something to get away from the normal day-to-day mundane type things. So one thing that I do is I like to clean. So you will notice that I clean. Sometimes it is a bathroom, a living room, a kitchen, my room, a car. I clean. It is in my way of removing myself from what's going on upstairs. And when I'm in my mode or my zone, I'm not paying attention to anything. And it makes me feel like I am cleaning up the stuff that's happening in my brain. So that's number one. And that is a really big chunk of what I do to release. One of the things that I also do is I like to, every once in a while, depending on how I'm feeling, I like to play video games. And sometimes, especially as recent, you may hear me yelling or, I'm cussing somebody out, and it's like, I'm not upset, man. I'm just, it's something that I used to do a lot of that that kind of moved away from. And then as I got older, I really started like drinking and partying, and that was my release. And then so it's like one of those things that I kind of move in between, like in and out of. I don't think I'll ever stop playing video games. But obviously I don't play them anywhere near as much as I used to. And then, of course, one of the other things I do is I like to skate. So it is one of the things that I enjoy. And the more stressed I am, the more I will skate. So...
you've been going skating a lot.
There you go. Right? I mean, I have literally I have been at a lot of skating events. Just like every night. And it's just getting away. And it's just like... I have to just get away. And it's just a way of, there are times where I will literally go and I'll sit in the car and I'm just like, okay, like this is what I'm going to focus on. And sometimes it's focusing on, something that I have coming up in the next month, right? And creating a plan or a plan of action. And, this is how I come up with a lot of the worksheets I do for, some of my clients. And, I come up with these ideas and stuff while I am gone. I don't come up with them while I'm at my desk, sitting there all right, what are we going to work on today? That's not where that's not where they come from. Yeah. Life experiences, the things that I go through. And then I'm like, how do I take what I just did, put it on paper and explain this to somebody else and teach someone else. So those are kind of those are what I do typically, but for the most part, it's cleaning.
Yeah. That's an amazing skill to have.
Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to teach anybody anything, the thing about teaching, some people are good at reading a book and digesting and sharing. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but life is the best teacher. So if you can take your personal experiences and then turn them into that book or turn them into that worksheet or whatever, or just verbalize it in a way that people can understand it and digest it, it's a powerful tool because life's always going to teach you. It's never going to stop. That's just part of life is learning, and then when you stop learning, that's when you die.
Yeah. When you get into these situations, what do you typically do? How do you release?
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, it's more rare for me because I seem to be tempered to take a lot of stress. I don't know if it's something I've done to myself or I was always like that, but I need a day or even a few hours, half a day, and I could usually kind of get myself back on track. So usually what I'll do is I will either have some wine. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll sit and watch anime and have wine. Because I'm so cerebral, I have to disengage. I have to actively disengage my mind. That's my if I don't kind of force myself out of it through some method, meditation's probably the healthiest way to go about it, but also I do feel like people meditate different ways. Yeah. then I will just be thinking. I'm going to work. I can't stop myself. So I have to really actively disengage. Like if I were to go skating, I'm going to be thinking about stuff while I'm skating. Like I have to quiet my mind.
I feel you.
So anime is a perfect way to do that because I'm actively thinking about the anime.
And you have to read the subtitles.
I'm reading the subtitles, so I'm thinking about the plot, and that's fun. And it's like, it's something that's it's not heavy at all. You know what I'm saying? So good conversation. You know what I'm saying? So if I can have good conversation, I'm a conversationalist, so I could talk about anything. So if I find somebody who either likes to listen or can give feedback, Mel is fine. You the one is acting up.
Because I feel like Mel wants his.
No, he's fine.
I know, but it's just funny because he just always be like, "Oh yeah, I could talk."
I mean, that's apparent, but I mean,
I said I was a conversationalist. That's different from just talking.
Yeah, I know, but you said somebody who likes to listen. It was
no. I'm just saying, like either if you like to listen or if you can actively engage me, that will calm me. That will relax me. So what you'll find is maybe I'll go to the lounge or
find you a nice Nigerian woman.
I don't know what it is. I've just come across a lot of Nigerian women, like ever since high school. But yeah, I keep it simple. I don't really have to like travel or anything. However, here's what I will say. My life has become increasingly more stressful. So the way that I cope is changing. Sometimes it's not enough to just chill in my room and watch anime. I like video games too. I don't play them as actively as Steven, but sometimes I will get on a video game. But what I'm learning is, for me, because of the environment, sometimes I do need to remove myself from the environment. Yeah. And that's something more new, which I don't have a problem with traveling or whatever. But I have found myself, going to Philly and going to my favorite restaurant and just getting away from everything and everybody that I'm used to, because I do feel like I play a role in everybody's life and I give of myself a lot just holistically. So when I can leave and go somewhere where there's no one that needs that from me, that helps a lot too.
That's dope though. Because I mean, even you saying that made me realize that I need to get out of my environment, just, chilling in my little... I got monitors fucking everywhere, so I've made a conscious effort since the new year started. It's my new year resolution. New year, new me.
That's not a good thing, but
it wasn't a new year resolution, but it happened maybe a couple months prior to the new year.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I need to get out. I need to get out of my bubble, because I'm super comfortable just chilling in my room. Because everything that I want or need to do, I can just do in my room.
Yeah.
I even think of situations like, what if electricity cut off? Because think about when we were younger. Electricity cut off. What would you do? You didn't have internet. You didn't have, so much access to a lot of media outlets. What would you do? You would interact with people. Obviously you turn the candles on so you can see.
I mean, that's number one. I got plenty of those.
You either interact. Yeah, you do.
It's gonna be it'll be a scent sensation.
You know what I'm saying? It would be sensational.
Sensational in the darkness. So I even think of, in situations, if all of the electricity cut off, how would I be able to entertain myself? What would I do?
How long do we need to do this for?
A day.
I'd read.
A day.
I would read, and I'd talk to you guys.
I normally read anyway, so that's normal for me.
Okay.
But I would draw.
Are we saying that we're going to be in the house, or can we leave the house?
What's the point of?
I'm just asking a question.
Let's say
I want to know the scenario.
Okay, the scenario would be electricity is off, and we all have Teslas. So we can't go nowhere.
We didn't
charge our Teslas last night, man.
Okay.
So you can't go to a hotel and you can't.
I'm not even thinking about that. I'm literally.
I thought you were thinking. About
because
you can only stay within the realm of your home.
Okay, all right.
You can stay the realm within your home.
So just the realm of my home.
You know, you could maybe go outside if you
I can
want.
go outside, but only in our yard.
It's dark. Or, I mean, well,
It's
24
darkness.
hours.
It's 7 p.m. at nighttime.
I mean, I go for walks at night. I used to do that. I used to take walks at night during the summers. Texas summers are amazing, especially at night.
Texas summers are not amazing.
No, for me, I like to be hot.
Well, you don't think
you got to
that
remember
is?
that?
Huh?
It's a good 75,
Oh,
80
yeah.
degrees at nighttime?
Bro, that's hot. I don't like the
Mel,
heat.
I think you run hotter than we do.
I think I run colder and hotter. If it's hot, I don't like it. If I'm cold, I'm just like, bruh. You know what I mean? Because the bones are closer to the skin. You know?
I am.
The bones are out. The bones are like right here. You know
I am
what I mean?
so confused, man. You run hot and cold.
Yes, like when it's cold, I feel it. I feel the cold. When it's hot, I'm just like, I don't want to be hot no more. I just want like how the weather was last night is perfect, or how it is in Florida.
That's what I'm talking about.
How the weather is in Florida. Oh man,
Florida, I feel like it's humid. I would think
It's
California.
humid. No,
every
California,
time I've been to California,
it's
it's always
cold at
been
night.
rainy. It's always been rainy.
Nah, man, nah.
Certain parts of Cali get cold at night, though.
Yes. So when we were in Sacramento, it was cold at night.
I like breeze weather. Just a nice breeze. Give me a breeze.
Give me a nice breeze.
If you give me a breeze, maybe hoodie weather or short sleeve weather.
Okay.
That is perfect. No hotter, no colder. That's it.
So like a
It's
good
72
like 70,
degrees.
75 in that area.
Well, it depends on if the sun is out or not, right? Because the sun is
too much sun.
70 something degrees.
Well, what's the sun gonna look like?
It can be a little bit. It can be like partly cloudy, or if it's or if the sun is out. Yeah, I don't want the sun beaming.
sunny
Right,
at 72?
That's perfect.
72.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a breeze, bro.
No,
with
what you know,
butterflies in the background.
I mean, a real
and rainbows
light
forming.
breeze.
Oh man, that'd be beautiful, man. That sounds perfect. But hot when Texas summer get here, I'm not looking forward to that. 'cause the
Bruh,
AC is just gonna be on.
Texas summers be hot.
It's hot.
I used to work out in the heat, so maybe I just got. You know.
I mean, it's still hot.
it is, but
There's a difference between being able to tolerate it and then it being comfortable.
yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. But you know, I can get comfortable in it if I'm out there. If I'm out there, I can get comfortable in it because what ends up happening is you stop feeling increases of temperature. Like once your body, because the skin, I don't know, it's weird working as an electrician and working with pipe and stuff.
Pause.
I was trying to do what's the appropriate word? It's interesting because you can feel how hot it is when you touch the pipe. Because golly, man,
Tell him he's staying on it. I understand what you're meaning. I'm not focused on that.
like you go to pick up a bundle of pipe, and you are so hot that it doesn't like burn you. But the pipe is hot. Yeah. So if somebody were to go out from the AC and go and touch it, it'd be like, But your temperature increases so much that the pipe's still hot, but you could touch it and handle it and it's not a problem. So your body, the temperature raises, so you don't feel heat the same way.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense though, because even when I'm boiling water, sometimes I'll put my hand in it. And most
I've
people,
seen you do that. Like, what? Like, did you just put your hand in that boiling water?
The thing is, I don't even think about it. I literally don't even think about it. I literally just do it.
I don't think that's normal.
It's not. That's what makes Mel special.
Okay, what I'm saying is,
special powers.
No, y'all saying like for you, from y'all looking at y'all like, oh man, that looks hot. But it's not like permanently hot. It's just okay. It's a little hot, but maybe I'm used to it. Maybe
it depends on how quickly you do it.
Yeah,
your skin is tough.
It's just,
it always
maybe
has
just
been.
Used to it
you
a
have
little
tough skin?
bit.
His skin is very tough, bro.
What's that?
Have you ever touched this man's hands? They feel like rocks.
Pumbaa. What's the name, Pumbaa?
Like Timon.
They're like same thick skin. You know the song Hakuna Matata.
Oh yeah.
But deep down it hurts, and I never stood downwind. You know what I mean? No, the shame. You know that's the Pumbaa part of me, man. You know. But yeah, but thing is, I actually realized that about the sun. Like being in the sun, because I've gained a certain appreciation for the sun, because normally I'm of the mindset and I field that when I'm in it, I don't like to be sweaty and I don't like to be hot. But when I was forced, I wasn't necessarily forced, but when I was, I guess, voluntold to be in a situation where I had to be in the sun, I was in a relationship and this woman liked to be out.
Oh my God.
Like, she liked to be out in the sun, So I was like, you know what? I'm going to find a way to make the best of this. So
embrace it. Instead
of just being like, I don't want to be here, let's just, appreciate the sun. I was like, okay, I don't want to be out in the hot or out in the heat and be sweaty and hot. But it actually felt good.
It feels very good.
It felt good. I was like, I won't mind this, I don't like being like desert heat, but having sun where it's not too hot, but you're still in direct contact with it, you can gain an appreciation for it. It actually enlightened me. Like, man, I actually really enjoyed this, and it made me to be more cognitive. You know what? Throughout my day, I still haven't acted upon it, but I want to just interact with the sun.
With the sun.
That's
good.
In those positions.
It literally enlightened you. Like that's not just a figure of speech. The sun literally enlightens you. The porous bone absorbs the sunlight. That sunlight penetrates your brain. It's supposed to light up your pineal gland if it's not calcified, and then it literally enlightens you. Yeah. But the interesting thing about it is, I actually, when I worked outside for so long, I started to understand how the body was aiding, how the sun was aiding my body. So like when we were younger, they would talk about sun bumps or heat bumps.
Yeah.
Right. And I noticed when I'm out in the sun, I'm in a field in the Texas sun, no clouds, no buildings, just a field and sun. So I'm getting these heat bumps, and I didn't have the option to go. They didn't even set up a tent for us. So I didn't have the option to go anywhere. And after a couple of days, maybe a week of that, the bumps went away. And then and it just so happened at the time I was researching and learning about the body, I said, oh, the sun just detoxed me. Because I've always looked at the heat bumps as, just like kind of like goosebumps almost. Yeah. But it's not, because after that, they never came back again. So when you understand logically what's happening, the sun stimulated the skin, probably cholesterol and whatever else it was doing, stimulated it detoxed, and then it went away, and then my skin was healthier after that.
That's dope. Oh, you know what? I have a question. Maybe you can chime in if you know a little bit more about it. But how do you feel about the sun? Because a lot of people, they feel as if the sun gives them harm. People put on, suntan lotion, and they spray these different stuff on them to protect them from the sun. Because I had someone who tried to spray me with, because they're telling me you're going to get cancer from the sun. You're going to get the, if you don't protect yourself with sunblock lotion or whatever. And this person was a white woman. Mm-hmm. So, and I was like, I don't want that on me. I don't want these chemicals on me. And they said, okay, I just, I'm looking out to protect you. But let's say she has these studies that show that if you don't have this protection on your skin, you'll get skin cancer or you'll get some kind of illness from not being protected from the sun. So based on things that you've learned in your experience, what do you say to that?
There's a study to prove anything.
Right.
That's not to throw all studies out the window, but you have to understand that. Like, if you don't understand that there's a study to prove anything, you're going to fall victim to the fact that you think that a study is they're all equal, and whatever the finding is from these studies, because they are all equal and all done with no alternative motives or anything, then you just believe what the study says. And that's not true. So you always have to research the research, period. There is no getting around it. The world we live in is just not a place where you could be trusting of information, statistics, etc. So with that being said, just because someone has a study, that means nothing to me. You would have to elaborate on the study. I'm going to ask questions, right? With that being said, The sun is a natural part of this environment.
Right.
I think we can all agree on that, just like the wind, the grass, fire, animals, etc. The sun gives all animated life energy in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So then my question becomes, how can something that's natural and gives life to all the natural creatures in this world harm us if we're natural creatures? So my question would be, how is something that's natural harming natural creatures?
I mean, I agree. I think you said it in a very politically correct way, but I mean,
I feel like we're not trying to ruffle some feathers right now.
yeah, man, you're not trying to. You know, it's. Listen, we put a lot of stuff inside of us, and I think that there's a lot of things that we do that cause underlying issues, and just like, you know, detox, right? We understand that detox is a way of the body removing toxicity from the system. And when it does that, there's unintended consequences of things happening that we are not comfortable with. They're detox symptoms. And they can mimic other symptoms. There's a bunch of them. They're uncomfortable. So I think that, you know, as Chris talked about how the sun can cause, sun bumps. And then, you know, after that, they never came back. I mean, I've experienced a very similar thing, right? Working on the sun, detailing, you know, you first start out and you're like, oh my God, it's hot. Like working I first got here, I was working in the summer and it was terrible. And then after about 2 weeks, I'm like, it's not bad. I remember one day I looked at the temperature and it was literally 115 after heat index, and I'm detailing, like in the hot car with a polisher. I'm detailing. It's 115 degrees.
Bro, I would be ass naked out there.
I mean,
Wow.
like in a black shirt, right, with shorts on, and I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Like
some socks.
So you get used to it. There's certain things you get used to. But what happens is that due to the overtoxicity of our systems and things that we put inside of ourselves, then we look at the sun as it is a natural detoxification, and it is a natural thing which gives us vitamin D, which everyone knows that we need vitamin D. Vitamin D is starting to get put in everything because
We are
deficient
deficient.
in it,
Yeah.
right? And
over 50% of people in America are deficient in vitamins D.
and not, which is a huge amount.
That's insane.
Right, and then just this recent pandemic shows even more how important vitamin D is. So if we are deficient in it, and we're putting all these things into our system, I mean, it doesn't make sense as to how the sun could actually be bad for us. I think that it really is really looking at, well, and I don't really even think that it is a white or black thing, because you have a lot of people that are raw fruitists, raw fruitarians, whole food, plant-based people that are non-melanated, and they literally live under the sun. They don't have issues with skin cancer. They don't have skin spots. They don't have all these different things. So I really think it really just boils down to, what do you have inside of you, and what is the sun actually bringing to the surface that you've already done to yourself? And a lot of the stuff that we put on our skin is actually blocking the sun from getting in. It's blocking the UV rays, and you can feel these chemicals actually clogging your skin, and it can't breathe. Right? If you ever put on, like, years and years ago when I used to use lotion, you put lotion on your face or whatever, and then you would literally walk outside and you instantly felt like you were sweating. Like, you just felt like you I can't even explain it. Like, you felt heavy, like you couldn't, like your skin couldn't breathe. That is your literally your pores being pores being clogged.
There was a woman, if I'm not mistaken, she died from wearing gold paint or something. It was a movie. Was right?
It sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
She either got really sick or she died.
That sounds really, or I had a heat stroke or something.
Yeah,
that sounds really familiar.
Because it was like Goldfinger or something. They had painted her. They had painted her in all gold. Her entire body was covered in gold, and I think she died. So now when they do it, they leave a spot wherever they can. Without that speaks volumes.
That's evidence. Yeah, you're literally smothering.
You're
yourself.
smothering yourself. You got to think about it. We're so sick. the body is always using the skin to detox, always, because we're so sick. So our kidneys are low functioning, our liver is low functioning, our colon is all clogged up. So then when the skin, they call it the third kidney, you take away the only other method of detox. It's the largest organ. It can get the most work done. And you take that away by covering it up, and you get poison.
So I don't know if it was an actual, yeah, I have to read. I'll have to read more into this. But basically, there was basically it's called skin suffocation. Which, whether she died or not, once again, I don't have the time.
It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter. It's an actual thing. Mm-hmm. So by clogging the skin, there's a name for it: skin suffocation. You can actually harm somebody by not their nose or their mouth, actually suffocating the skin. So that goes to show, how important it is for the skin to be able to breathe.
It's your largest organ.
Correct.
It's the largest organ. You want to smother
it.
Your largest organ.
Yeah.
It's like, think about what you're doing.
Right.
People don't look at the skin as an organ. They really don't.
It's not a protectant. It's not an arm. It's just skin.
Like, you just use it as a sheet. How do you view it? How do you view it?
It's a cover. I view it as a covering. I view the skin as a covering that is organic, and it's alive, and it needs to be taken care of, just like you would take care of your sheets on your bed. And it's just not to be abused. Period. Like there's balance in everything, but we shouldn't abuse our body at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we do that.
We do. I mean, the society that we're in prompts a lot of it, but we just gotta be cognizant of things.
In the same realm as it's technically in the same realm. I'm not sure if y'all heard about this, but there was this lady who. She's a very famous person in another country, but
there we go, international again.
Yeah, she's Mexican or something like that. We're in Texas, Mexico right now.
And right now, it's still international.
We even got a New
That's
Mexico.
all the same continent, bro. We all the same.
Yeah, we just take it over. Hey, this is our land now, But this is lady where she didn't fart around her boyfriend.
Okay. Uh-oh.
You know how women typically are when it comes to farting.
Most.
So she didn't fart around her boyfriend, and she ended up getting hospitalized because she was literally just holding in all her gas.
That's crazy.
I'm just like,
were they together all the time?
Right.
I'm just like, this is insane.
That's insane.
To me, it's like when you're in a relationship, how soon do you go before you are comfortable with farting in front of someone? Because a lot of women.
It's women. It's not men.
Because me, as soon as we kiss.
Wow.
I'm letting it go. We comfortable, baby. We in here. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been the type. I never had an issue with just farting. Like, if we're on a first date, I'll probably talk loud like, so how you doing today?
You can't cover up that smell though.
No, but my thing is now my farts don't really smell.
Preface. Now.
Yeah, now my farts don't really smell like that. You can't even tell I fart. And I just fart. People don't even know.
Unless you don't hear it, you don't even.
Nigga, we can have a full blown conversation. I'll let out like 3 goes. You know what I mean?
Interesting thing. Like I have 2 children. Right, my oldest is 8, and I have never heard their mother fart.
Really?
Not one time. We were married. Never. Not one time. It was the most wildest thing. She would always just go away. Even when we were married, it was also a very weird relationship, but it never heard her fart. So I would fart. I mean, I would fart around my kids, and they'd be like, "Daddy!" I'm like, "You ain't gonna smell it." Like, you know what I'm saying? And, do you smell it? No, that's all them fruits I be eating. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, even then,
yeah.
So I guess just a level of comfortability.
I don't fart around people.
What is that? Oh well.
I've
heard you fart.
I'll fart around y'all, but like for the in general, I don't fart around people. I guess it's like I don't know, man. Maybe being raised by somebody or being around. Maybe I'm not really sure where it came from, but I guess I was conditioned to believe it was rude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
yeah, I think
so. That's
I
really,
feel the same way.
That's what it is for me. It's not like necessarily like hiding or trying to You know what I mean? I'm not gonna kill myself over it, but
Yeah.
you know, I don't really fart around people, but you can go to. I mean, I think it. I don't have a problem with a woman feeling comfortable with farting around me. Like it's because so many women try to hide it. It's a weird thing now, but you know,
We all know you.
farting all the time though is a
That's a
problem. Like
And then you just
so,
like, every time you
dang,
see-
bro, you
like,
just fart
damn.
all the time.
Like,
I need to poop.
I dated this girl, Mel. You remember Princess Jasmine? She farted all the time. Like
She's probably clogged up, man.
so for me,
Gotta do
the
detoxes.
turnoff thing is not the fact that you farted, but it's like you fart all the time. Like you just be gassy.
fart
Like
all the
do you not
time?
care about your health? Like you know what I'm saying? It always goes to that for me because farting and burping. It just gas in general. It's a problem. Let's fix the problem. I just
Right.
want to fix the problem.
Yeah. You see things in a different way because we're in that health field. So it's like it's farting. People be like, "Oh, TMI." It doesn't TMI me. It doesn't bother me, right? But what I do see, what you see, it's like, bro, like all the time. The constant nature of it.
Yeah.
Like, come on, this is too much.
If I'm typically when I'm in a relationship with a woman, I bring the conversation
Oh,
up.
I've never had this conversation.
I bring it up. Why?
Like, hey, girl, if you need to go ahead and release, go ahead and let that
because
thing
a lot
ring.
of, whatever people are uncomfortable with in any situation, I'll bring it up so you can be comfortable with it.
That's good.
Because people won't even talk about it. They'll just hide or run away from it. And I'll be like, if you have to fart, you know I'm a natural guy. I like all things natural. Farting is something that happens. You know, like y'all say, if it's a constant thing, you know what I mean, get that checked out or fix that. You know?
You need to go to the doctor. Nah, man, go ahead and get you a detox.
You've been
You know what
farting
I'm
too
saying?
much, man.
You
You
know,
know?
colon. Get you some colon therapy.
But I make it a point. I'm like, did you poop? Did you poop today? Like, I talk about poop, fart, because it's something that humans do.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why people are so uncomfortable talking about something that happens naturally within us, you know?
Did you poop today?
Yeah. Did you poop?
Like maybe you'll smell a little something like, hey, baby,
No,
Make sure you poop. Did you poop today?
If you ate something, did you poop yet?
Did you poop yet? No, I didn't have a poop yet, Mel.
To me, I'll be like, all right, well, drink some more water.
Baby, I ain't poop yet.
Drink some more water. If you haven't pooped, you need to drink some more water. You know, because me, like, after every meal I eat,
Yeah.
I typically go.
Yeah.
After every single meal I eat, I go. I'm like, man, what the hell is wrong with me? You know,
Dehydrated, huh?
and I be hydrated. I be out. But the thing is when I eat meals and I don't go, I'll be like, yo, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, what's happening? Like, I'll be
Yeah.
like, hold on, I'll be constant drinking water. Like, I need to get this
Right.
out of me, you know, because I know it's not within the norm of how my body works. So maybe I ate something that, you know, my body is having a difficult time
Digesting. See, that awareness, that's all people need. Like, that's all we really need. We need an awareness and we need to understand so that we can implement. It's like, okay, I'm paying attention to when I go. I'm paying attention to how much I fart. I'm paying attention to how much I burp. We really need a baseline. That's really the thing. People don't have a baseline because they're so inflamed. They're so gassy all the time. They're in pain all the time. It's normal. So their baseline is jacked way up here. So detoxing, fasting, just giving your maybe 2 weeks to eat well and just be consistent. That'll give you a baseline, and then you know, okay, if it increases, then you know there's something wrong or you ate something wrong, and then of course you need the knowledge to know how do I fix it. But if you have that, this easy to maintain. That's why I always try to get people, you know what, just do raw food for 2 weeks. Pay attention to everything that you're experiencing, write it down, and then pay attention to how those things change when you go back to regular eating. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, life is the best teacher. Me saying it or writing it in a book doesn't give you that experience.
Ain't enough.
When you experience it for yourself, then it's like, oh, I see what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Go ahead, speak, Steve.
I don't mean to change. I don't want to. Change the subject. I'm gonna change subjects real quick.
Go ahead.
So you guys know that. So as you guys know, we're in tour season, right? It starts. It's May.
Season?
Yeah, we're in Taurus season.
Oh,
April 20th through like May. Something.
4/24.
It's got you got a couple days before it starts.
No,
doesn't it?
we're in Taurus season.
Oh, the 21st.
It starts the 20th.
Okay.
Today's someone's birthday.
Okay.
What day is it?
4/24.
I
No,
don't know. I can't help
24.
Anyway, you can look it up. We're in Taurus season, so as you guys know, I've kind of been going back and forth, right? So as of right now, I'm not dating, I'm not seeing anybody, like nobody, and when I was, it seemed as though every girl that I was talking to was a what?
Sagittarius, right?
Try again.
Well, they were one. I don't know.
Scorpios.
Thank you. Okay,
The one in November.
Scorpios.
Okay.
Yeah, good job.
Sagittarius.
I'm not any Sagittarius.
Sag women are hard to come by. Number one,
I do know a Sagittarius woman. And I said I can't date any Sagittarius because of like Chris.
they're hard to
Sorry.
come. They're
You can't date a Sag because they're gonna be like Chris.
If they're like, yeah,
I'm a
Chris
Capricorn.
I couldn't have dated Chris.
I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah, he's a Capricorn.
No, you're not.
Uh-huh.
You are okay. So you're
His
a Capricorn
birthday
based upon the new chart.
When I got the natal chart done, they said I was a Capricorn.
What?
I know, messed me up.
Wait, are you on the cusp?
Yes,
Like by a day,
not even a day.
half a day, hours.
Yeah.
Well, there's two options from the web. It says December 22nd to January 19th, and there's one that says December 21st to January.
Okay,
See?
you're.
I'm literally.
No, I think you're Sagittarius because I get along. We get along.
Now you're a Sag though.
He is Sagittarius.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
No. I don't care what the chart says.
Okay.
I'm talking about you.
Okay.
The characteristics.
I'm also
of
a Capricorn. If you go look up a Capricorn and you compare it to me, I am that as well.
Well, sucks. Well, that's why you're a genius.
I'm an enigma.
It sucks for you. Either way,
You're the last day of Sagittarius. November 22nd to December 21st.
But you also have to consider that they manipulate the calendar and stuff.
Yeah.
Like so
you're a rare dude.
so you don't know where you're at.
I know that I'm special.
This guy said he's a Capricorn. That don't even sound right.
I'm a Capricorn. I've always said that.
Anyway, moving on. Anyway, so Scorpio, right? So there's a lot of them, and obviously it was very clear which one it was. So you know that. And I couldn't figure out, and I still can't figure out why I continually meet these people. Mm-hmm. And I was having a conversation with one of my clients, and we were talking about spirituality and how we're always, life is always teaching us something, right? God, the universe, karma, whatever it is that you believe in, is always trying to teach us something. The question is are we listening? Are we paying attention? So I recently started getting into astrology and starting to understand and paying attention to the stars and just certain things. So
Did you reach out to John?
Yeah, we had a conversation. So I've recently started to realize that these Scorpios continually come up in my life, and I'm just like, I just don't know why. The conversation with John got me to the point where I'm like, well, there's something that they're supposed to teach you. There's something that the Scorpio does, or a trait. It's something about them that is meant to help you grow or in some way. There's something that the universe is saying, you need this that they have, and until you get it, they're going to keep coming.
Is the universe telling you that you need it?
I need something. There's no reason for me to keep getting them. Well, let me tell you, you can give me, I'm open to listen, right? So this is something that has been an ongoing thing for like the past year. Even the one girl that I had even started really dating was a Scorpio, and then literally just after everyone after that, just same after same after same. So then I recently was talking to an ex of mine because we're still close, we're still friends, and I didn't even know because I mentioned something like, I'm a Taurus, sometimes I'm getting really stubborn, yada yada yada, and then I wake up this morning and she had texted me and she was like, oh yeah, well some I'm a Scorpio, and I'm just like, wait, what? And I'm like, you are? And she was like, yeah, and I had no idea. And I'm just like, so you're telling me that this has not been happening for a short amount of time. This is something that's actually been happening in my life, which I was unaware of for a long time. So Scorpios have been which I haven't even had a chance to really start to unpack this, but because it just happened today. So I'm just like, well, then who else in my life, what other woman in my life has been around that I've talked to or whatever that has been a Scorpio. Like, because I thought it was something new. And then it's just like, no, this is something that's been happening. And there's something that's there that I'm trying to figure it out. Like, and it was the craziest thing to me, because this was a serious relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there were also things about, I really haven't had a chance to really, like I said, unpack it.
Is Joya Scorpio?
I have no idea. Very good question.
It'd be hard to figure that one out.
I have no idea. I don't have contact with her. I don't think she's ever going to see this
if
either.
she was a Scorpio, that would be like the...
Well,
I would have to go
we
back.
can actually figure that out.
Can we?
Do you know her Facebook? Have you looked for her on Facebook?
Well, the last time I did, I found her through another friend. So I don't think I think I was friends with her friend, who then I found. I'd have to do some digging.
You have to do some digging, or you could just pay for the service. You know,
but I don't know her last name. She got married.
She got married.
You should still be able to find her by her old last name.
I don't know her old last name.
Oh, well, you're screwed then. You don't have any information.
You know what I'm saying?
Joy to the world.
You know what? I'm gonna look. That's a good question.
Usually, if you know their first name and maybe even where they lived or where their family lived, you could usually find.
Maybe I could go on Facebook.
A little trick and tip for those out there who want to find someone.
Listen, Google is. Come on, bro.
Google's a beast.
Come on.
Maybe I'll look at some old Facebook pictures from my old account and see if I can
upload
find an old
and get a picture that
Yep.
match.
Yep.
Y'all want some stuff.
Oh yeah, right.
You're the
all
one that
watch
brought it up.
Catfish. He'd be like, so I did some research and I put her image into Google Images and this is what popped. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
she's an international model from Sweden. Like that's he taught us that.
Yeah.
who taught that?
That's from Catfish.
Oh, Neve and Max.
I don't know how you remember that dude's name.
Neve and Max.
What is that?
That's the dudes from Catfish.
I thought it was
Is that
one dude.
series?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Are you
You're
serious?
You're joking.
See, No, I thought a catfish is like when someone impersonates. Catfish is when someone isn't who they say they are.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, where do you think it came from?
Is that a show?
It's a TV show.
If the show was called
TV, how am I
Catfish.
supposed to
Oh
know
my
that?
God. You're
Mel,
joking.
this show is like 20 years old.
Oh, where'd it come on?
MTV.
I don't know what to tell you. I thought
You never thought where did Catfish come from?
I just thought catfish was the term that they call for people who impersonate or.
It is, but you
I didn't know it came from a show.
Oh, I am literally flabbergasted.
maybe a lot of people don't know. Because I always wondered, like, why do people call it catfishing?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I never understood that.
And then I saw
just
the
thought
show-
that was a term that people came up with.
Because before the show came out, we didn't call it catfishing. We were just like, you know.
Yeah, well, Neve, the reason it started is he got catfished. I don't know how he came up with the word, but he is the original one that got catfished. So he started.
We used to get catfish all the time.
all the time. You and me legit were.
Oh
catfished.
yeah,
like
I'll never forget Griggles.
Like we were
Griggles.
Griggles? What's Griggles?
So where did we gauge this? Me and Chris, man, we have a really good friendship, and we used to meet girls, and we used to like get them, see if they had friends, and we would go meet girls together. But yeah, I mean, we got legit catfish when we were in Ohio by some girls that were in Delaware. You remember them?
Oh,
It's a different.
you're talking about the cousins with the cousins?
Yeah.
I think I actually saw a picture of that girl.
You did?
Recently.
Oh, recently, I don't know.
That picture has been used so many times.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's a website girls can go to get the catfish pictures.
Right. You know, the funny thing is, this girl legit catfished me. And this before we knew what catfishing was. We were young.
No, we knew
No.
It wasn't a term.
Yeah, it wasn't a term. Right, but we knew the girls were fake. This is in Black Planet days. When Black Planet was
Black Planet,
was a
AIM,
thing.
Instant Messenger
Yeah,
days.
like this is back when dial up. You was dialing up.
You had to scan your picture with a scanner.
Yeah.
You had to take a picture, get it, you know what I'm saying, and then put it on the scanner and then upload it.
It was getting a picture was a very difficult thing at this time. But the crazy thing is that later, after I started talking to this girl, and I found out that she was not who she was. I saw a picture of her, and I'm like, you're actually cute. Like, I actually found her attractive. Like, if you would have just been who you said that you were, like, we probably would have like had a better relationship. Now, come to find out, she was younger. So she was cute, but she was like 4 or 5 years younger than me. So, like, I don't know, I was probably like 21. She was like 17 or something. Like, maybe younger. When we first started talking, I didn't know. Like, she was lying. So when I met her or talked to her online, like, we caught up, I saw a picture of her senior prom in high school. And I was in college at the time, or I was outside of college at this point. But anyway, but yeah, it came from a TV show. So that's interesting. I thought everyone knew that.
Well, I guess the more you know.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. If anyone out there understands,
but yeah, we were talking about your
Scorpio.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, what? Okay, instead of looking at it as it's something that's, I see it as it's something that has caused you pain or a consistent amount of discomfort, but you're attracted to it. And somehow these Scorpio women, they get into your life, but they're not good for you. Mm-hmm. You know, so instead of looking at it as something you need from them, maybe since they're Scorpios, avoid them.
I mean, I'm aware of them now, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that my ex was also a Scorpio, I'm like, I didn't even realize that. Like,
because the thing is, I realize about myself, even when I'm just out and about looking at women, is that somehow I attract chaos.
You said somehow? Like, it's just...
No, these women have chaotic mindsets in some form or fashion. Like, they may have this one attribute, like, oh man, this is so dope. But then as you get to know them, they be like, yeah, you better not talk to no other girl. I'll be like, hold on, what the fuck? Like, where this, what's that, Hyde and Jekyll, whatever?
Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde.
Yeah, like...
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, wasn't it?
Is it Mr. Jekyll and Hyde?
Whatever these split personalities is.
Yeah.
Like, you want to watch anime, you'll learn? Yes. You want to eat healthy? Yes. Okay, beautiful. But you better not turn that fan on. You're like, oh, I'm hot right now. Oh, okay. You better have the same opinion about religion as me. Ooh. Or politics.
Yikes.
You know,
Ooh.
and it's just like, oh my God, you know, or it's just, you going to Vegas for the weekend? Okay, I'm about to blow your phone up. Ooh. And I'm going to text you. Like, bro, where's the trust? You know, it's just, I notice myself being in situations similar to you where you have a slew of Scorpios. I have a slew. You know, and I have a slew of chaotic women who come into my life.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what does it mean? I'm open to everything. I'm trying to understand. That's my goal. I'm looking for understanding.
Sometimes the people we attract are a reflection.
Yeah.
So Mel, for your situation, you know what I'm saying? You may have a chaotic mind. Is there a reflection? Is there a reflection? But also what I've noticed too, like for me, I find myself attracted to women, or at least when I was younger, I would find myself attracted to women that needed help. So I mean, I got really involved with women that just needed help, protection, whatever. Broken. Right. So basically, what is that saying? Do I have to be with somebody that needs me to make me feel full, health, whole, or whatever? Or did I see something? Is it trauma response? Like I saw, my mom struggling. So then now when I see struggle, so I had to do that introspective work. And once I figured it out, it seemed like I could decipher between, and then I could start bringing healthy women into my life. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's the case for you, Steve.
I don't think that they're not. I don't think that they're not healthy. Like it's just that the sun sign is a continuous thing, and it is not a. It's obvious because I'm also asking. So it's. And then not only, because I thought it was a new thing, like, oh, maybe because I've changed my life and I'm moving into a different space, like, yada, yada. And it's like, no, because now I'm realizing, oh, no, this has been happening for a while.
That's interesting, yeah.
Right. So it was interesting, right, that because you guys know, because I've talked to you guys about it. So it's like, no, it's not new. This has been happening. So it's just more information. And once again, I'm absolutely, I love the fact that you brought up the mirror. It's just good. It's something I'm looking at.
Are you being honest with yourself when it comes to things that you like or women that you like? And the only reason why I ask that is because just having a self-reflecting moment.
Be more specific.
Is when I see women, or if I look at what I genuinely like, and I don't like something that's boring. I naturally like things that's a little bit exciting, maybe
a little chaotic.
Maybe it could be viewed as chaotic. You know what I mean? So
you can't be bored with a chaotic woman. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, so it's being more observant of the things that I naturally like in my life. Like,
okay.
I'm an exciting person. I like to do things that are exciting, but having that balance of peace and then, some excitement that's good. I don't necessarily want the chaotic to come with that. But also, there's a certain attraction that comes with a woman, caring or wanting, or at least for me, there's an attraction that a woman gives off when they are, I guess, emotionally disturbed.
It's called a thin line between love and hate.
Yeah, they have some kind of over me.
Right. You like that.
I like I like that she cares about me.
This damn line.
Yeah.
There's a real
I
thin
like
line.
that she cares about me like this to allow this to affect her this way. Now, granted, I don't want her to be affected where, so it's just like, I'm realizing that and I'm aware of it. And so even there's situations where I meet women, I see that they have this little craziness and I'm like, I can't do it. They got a little tick. I'll be like, all right, I need to avoid the tick. Girl, if you got the tick, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Got to get away from the ticks. You feel me? So that's the reason why I asked. You?
So what does? And I'm not asking. Make it make sense for me. What are you asking me?
Well, you've been hurt from all these Scorpios.
Well,
these Scorpios,
I won't say they won't hurt me.
What is the trend between all these Scorpios besides them just being Scorpios?
Well, they're not working out. We don't mesh. We don't fit.
Okay, and then amongst that not working out, what is the common denominator besides that? Do they have some? So you would say
denominator.
What is the attraction?
There might be another.
What is the attraction that you may not it's obvious, but you may not be aware of it? Because from just you being you, you always say, "Yeah, I'm down to listen," but you'll say you're stubborn. I'm down to listen,
I am.
but I'm stubborn. So you make it known that you're stubborn. You listen. You hear what we say, but you don't listen. It's similar to, just being in heartbroken situations, or even in situations that you have approached it with other relationships. I don't want to give out all your personal information.
Yeah, please don't.
But it's just the way you approach a particular situation. Me and Chris, numerous times, we've told you, you don't need to do this in the beginning when you're first dating.
Right.
You don't need to do this, but you do it anyway.
Well, so let me just to address that. So there is a difference between me understanding that and then still having to learn the lesson myself.
Yes.
And that is the stubborn part. It's not that I don't want to. It's not that easy to just say, okay, I won't do that, right? So
I get you. It's ingrained in you.
That's the stubbornness. It's not bullheaded stubborn, I'm not going to listen to you. It is understanding that I am
when are you going to actually do it?
Well, that's a different question.
When are you going to do it? Because to be aware of it and to still allow it to happen, that's foolishness. It's that it becomes the point where, okay, you realize that you're stubborn, and you know that you're stubborn. There's information out there that's providing you, that's going against what you typically do, and you still do it, and you use stubborn as a scapegoat. That's just foolishness at that point.
It's not a scapegoat. It is when you are a certain type this. There are certain things that I do, and part of one of my character flaws, which we all have them, is I have to learn things in the way I have to learn them. I have to learn them the way that makes sense to me. And I understand that. And even as much as I try to make certain changes or to not be a certain way, I mean, there's certain things I am what I am. So for example, like you're talking about like, don't get attached to women too quickly, or don't move through certain things too quickly. Like, I get it. I understand. And I make a valiant effort not to. But there is something inside that just wants to give and do certain things. And it's really difficult to change who you intrinsically have been for the last 35 years. So it's not that so yes, when I say I'm being stubborn, being stubborn is a part of dragging my feet, and like skating. Like, I'll go skating and I want to practice certain things, right? I want to do better in certain things. But then if I start doing it and I'm like, I don't really want to do this, and then I'll just go back to skating, and then I'll come back to them later, right? It's a level of stubbornness that I have to learn. I have to do things at a certain level, at a certain pace on my own. It's not foolishness. It's just how I am. So I don't think that I would call it foolish, because I'm aware and I'm making a conscious decision in these situations, and I'm making an effort. But I don't think that has to do with Scorpios in particular.
I'm curious now to know if Joy was a Scorpio or not. I'm just curious.
If she's a Scorpio, that would be like...
We need to figure that out.
That would be a bomb.
We need to figure that out.
That would be a bomb if Joy was a Scorpio.
I've been seeing the number 1, 2, 3 since I was 21. So I know that things will speak to you for years on end. I've never felt any kind of way about it to where it's like this is a bad thing. So I've never felt like, you know what I'm saying?
I've always seen the numbers 1111 or 606.
Yeah.
I embrace it. It's like, I
don't necessarily think that it's a bad. I think that there's something there.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying I'm just giving you an example of something that's been following me since I was 21.
Right.
So.
Right. It's been something that's been around for a long time, and just like life will continue to teach you a lesson until you learn it, doesn't mean it's going to destroy your life, but there's a lesson. There's something there. And that's my goal, is to figure out what that thing is. Because it's not just... Because, Mel, I don't just fall in love with just Scorpios. I fall in love with all girls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go too hard, too fast with all girls. It has nothing to do with being a Scorpio. But so I understand where you're coming from. That's a different situation. That's a different thing.
With Scorpios, I'm just saying, is there a trend as far as what you do and how you approach it with them? Because, I mean, I'm sure the Scorpios are they... Based on your experience, are these Scorpios saying that they had all these similar experiences with Taurus?
No, I don't think that Taurus is really the.
What is the signs? Is it like fire sign or like water?
Fire, earth, wind, water.
But what is the Scorpio's fire? I'm assuming.
They are a water sign.
I guess they are in the water.
Yeah.
Right? They're not in the volcano.
Are Scorpios in the water?
Yeah, they're water signs.
What? Don't they be in the desert?
Scorpios. Are they in the desert?
Yeah, Scorpios.
So is there a desert sign?
I mean, it'd be a fire sign if they're in the desert.
I assume Scorpio.
No.
And
I feel like
Scorpio's a water sign.
Taurus would be
It's an earth sign.
Okay, it was
because there's I know people know about the connections.
Scorpio and Taurus are on opposite ends of the spectrum. They're both fixed signs. They're very similar, but they're very different. Naturally, we connect in an opposites attract type way, and sexually, we're one of the strongest sexual connection signs in the
12 Zodiacs.
In the Zodiacs, right.
Knights of the Round.
Right. The fucking Power Rangers, right. So we naturally connect in those ways. But other Tauruses don't get Scorpios all the time. Like, this is a very odd thing for my life. It's like you guys, like when we went to the retreat, and then literally there were 30 whatever people there, and every single person that was in my group were all Scorpios. Not only were they all Scorpios, I had all of the Scorpios in the room. This is not just a random Steven
Yeah,
there's
you don't have
something
to,
here.
Yeah, you don't have to convince me. Of course, there's something there.
So I'm just it's something big.
There's
and
never
it's
coincidences.
right. So it's just like, and the fact of, and which I knew, but I always thought it was something that was new because I'm changing and I'm growing. But I'm like, no, this is now, I'm realizing this is something that's been trying to teach me something for years.
How about you buy a scorpion?
I'm sorry, what?
Why don't you buy a scorpion? Learn more. Buy a scorpion. Learn about the scorpion. Become the scorpion. And then you can start to understand the best way to approach the scorpion.
So you're talking about a scorpion or a Scorpio?
I mean, where Scorpios come from?
I mean, they're a Zodiac.
I know, but they look like a scorpion.
It's kind of like the basketball team is different from the mascot. The scorpion is the mascot for the Scorpios, not the same.
But they're completely different things, right?
Like a Taurus is
an actual bull.
Is a bull.
Yeah.
A Scorpio is a Scorpio. It's not a scorpion. But that's like the math.
Well, what's the difference?
I mean, just like
what's the difference between a Scorpio and a scorpion besides it just being a zodiac?
A Scorpio is a human. It's a Zodiac. It's a human.
No, it's not a human.
I mean,
a Scorpio is not a human.
It's a classification, or it's like a.
I don't think the Scorpio.
Where did they come from? In the Chinese zodiac, I'm a rabbit. That's a human? No, that's a rabbit.
I mean, I don't know what my Chinese zodiac is.
It's based on your birth year.
Right.
What year were you born?
86. You know off the top of your head?
Nah. I was trying to think of other people I know that are.
I think I'm a rat, honestly. I think I was born in the year of the rat.
Rat smoker.
Right.
He said you look like a snitch.
I don't think rats are some of the most resourceful, vicious, need to be.
You're a tiger.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that makes you feel good, huh?
Yeah.
Because they look cool.
Yeah,
You're a tiger.
I'm a rabbit.
Yeah.
And I'm a rat.
And I love rabbits.
Yeah, I'm a tiger.
They couldn't catch that one tiger on
tigre.
what movie was it? A Disney movie. A tiger was trying to catch a rat and he couldn't catch him, or he was toying with them.
Lion King.
Scar was toying.
Not fair, is it?
Yeah, toy with the rat.
I shall never be king, and you shall never see the light of another day.
Okay.
All right. Good conversation.
Hey man, no, seriously, man. Somebody let me know something, man.
Yeah, help Steven out.
Help me out. I'm gathering information.
Scorpios has been coming into his life,
Stinging the boy,
and
he
needs what's an anti-stinger?
People talking about farts don't smell.
Sting repellent. I need, but no, man. But no, I don't think they're bad. I just think that I think that the best advice that I got thus far is pay attention to their characteristics, and there's something. I honestly think, this is my personal thing. I honestly think that it really has to do with their sexual energy and something that they provide sexually that I don't have, because it's a part of my life where I'm deficit.
So you need to get more sexual energy.
I think, yeah, and not just.
Is it specific to women?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't. You
don't track any Scorpio men?
No.
You sure?
Yeah. Not that I know of.
All right.
Not that I know of.
Check them DMs. Check them Stephen Michael DMs. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I honestly think that's where I'm coming up with what all the information I've gotten, and it doesn't mean I need to have sex. Like, sexual energy is very powerful.
So you don't care about having sex right now?
That sexual energy is very powerful. So I think that there's something with that I'm missing. That I think that they are naturally abundant in. That I think that's where my head's going. So. Anyway, we can wrap.
Scorpios, holla at them.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I have abundant amount. That's not what I said.
Calling all Scorpios.
That's not.
Calling all Scorpios.
This is not a Scorpio. You set up a bat signal.
Hit up Steven. You know what I mean? His birthday's May.
Hey, my birthday is coming up, so what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Coming up, 2 weeks,
gang,
right?
Gang, tourist life. You know what I mean? Cinco de Mayo.
Animated Mel, Chris James, Stephen Michael. We are the Application Knowledge Podcast. And we appreciate you. So subscribe, follow, like, comment, and ask a question if you got it. And we will answer it. Whether we have the answer or not.
Hopefully.
You know what I mean? But
We're going to answer it regardless.
we're going to answer it if we have the answer or not. You beautiful people, take care. And we'll see you all later.
Peace.
And love.